Ve'asuli mikdash v'shachanti b'tocham. They should make for me a tabernacle, and it will dwell amongst them. This week's Torah reading begins with the story that God tells Moses to make a tabernacle for Hashem himself, for God to dwell amongst the people. The Torah continues the whole section, the whole parsha of this week, plus another week, plus another week, plus another week, 5 full sections about the building of a temple and how they were commanded to do the intricate parts of the altar and the ark and the planks and the tapestry and the menorah and the table, fascinating tabernacle, how they built it in quite bit detailed of the architecture of the tabernacle that was in the desert. As kids, we used to build it in school. We used to make replicas of the ark and of the menorah and of the tabernacle because the details are all laid out. This Torah spends a lot of time on telling us how to make this dwelling place for God. If you look at the Torah spends 30 verses on the creation of the whole world, the whole universe, in the beginning of the Torah in Genesis, but spends 5 full parshiyot on this construction of a tabernacle. It must be very, very important. And the key point is that it says, Asuli Mikdash should make a tabernacle, and I will dwell amongst them. God is not saying that he will only dwell in the tabernacle itself. God is telling us he will dwell amongst us because we have a tabernacle within us. We have a Beit HaMikdash within us, and we could take space and time and energy and make a space for God to dwell amongst us. The tabernacle was not made out of materials coming from above that God miraculously made appear. It came from simple wool, linen, copper, wood, gold, silver that the Jews had within them, that they were traveling with, and they took their own artifacts and made it into and fashioned into a temple. And that's very, very important because God desires to dwell amongst us. And that's the mission and purpose of human beings, to make a holy place for God. And it doesn't take much effort. It actually takes simple time and energy. When we take a simple money and we give it to charity, we make it holy, we make a space for God. We take some time and we call somebody. And that's how we create a home for God in our lives, and God dwells amongst us, eventually transforming the world. In the Winter Olympics, Israel has a bobsledding team. It's the first time Israel is participating with a bobsledding team. Obviously, Israel is not a place that is much ice or bobsledding, but a young man by the name of A.J. Edelman pulled together this team to show how the Jews could compete and perhaps win something. What do they call this team? The team is called Shul Runnings, synagogue runnings, running to the synagogue. And what do they have inscribed on their bobsled? They have a verse from the Torah. The Torah states when Jacob was running away from his brother and he was running to Lavan to find a wife and to start a family, he stopped in the Temple Mount and he had a dream, the famous story about the dream of Jacob, where he saw a ladder and he saw angels. And in that, wakes up in the morning and he says, Achein yesh Hashem b'makom hazeh. Indeed, God is in this place. And that's what they have inscribed on their bobsled. Achein yesh Hashem b'makom hazeh. Indeed, God is in this place. And the message is very clear. The point is that God finds himself everywhere we allow him to enter. And the message is we have a lot to accomplish, even in bobsledding, when we stand there proud as Jews with a kippah, speaking about our people, making a Kiddush Hashem, sanctifying God's name. May we all create that space for us, for Hashem in our lives. May God dwell amongst us. Have a happy, happy month of Adar and a Shabbat Shalom.